Well, greetings and good morning, Introduction to Business students. This is Mr.D and this is week number 1 in our Introduction to Business course here at Norco College. This is an 8-week course, so it's going to run pretty fast, but it's also very smooth. This is a welcome video of me basically introducing myself as well as kind of showing you how to log in to the class into Canvas, as well as how to navigate around in the course, as well as getting started on the first assignment. So I'm gonna go ahead and share my screen here. Here I am, welcome everybody. My name is Eric Doucette. I've been teaching at Norco College since 2016, and I'm one of the more recent full-time faculty hires in the business department. I was hired in 2020, so this is my 10-year year. Actually, last year was my 10-year year, so I got tenured last year. So now I'm an associate professor of business administration here at Norco College. So the first thing you're going to want to do with our course is log into Canvas. And so here I am on the home page of Norco College, and right at the very top in the very left of the top menu is the word Canvas. So go ahead and select that. Now it's already going to log me into Canvas because I'm already set up to do that, and I wasn't able to go back and unlog out and redo it. So basically what it's going to ask you for is there'll be a screen between that screen and this one, and that will ask you to log in and put in your credentials. So your credentials are going to be your email address and your birth date. And then once you put that in correctly, it'll bring you to what you're seeing now on the screen, which is your dashboard. Now this is my dashboard. It's not gonna look the same for you, but whatever classes that you have that are online or have a folder, they'll have a folder here in your dashboard. And so you're gonna come to our class. Our class is Business 10. And so you'll only have one Business 10 on yours. So I'm going to select that. I have more because I teach multiple sections. So here I am in our home page in Canvas. So this class I actually just rebuilt, so there's still a few bugs in it, but it should be pretty smooth and organized compared to last semester, or last session. But here's our table. So I have basically created a table here, and it has all the modules. There's 4 modules in the class. It has a syllabus link, which I always keep the most recent syllabus or current syllabus right there. You can view it right here in Canvas. You can also download it. Right next to that is a link to the book. We're going to be using a free book this semester. It's called openstacks.org, and they have a bunch of different business books. So we're going to be doing the business Introduction to Business book. It's free. You can read it in Canvas. You can download it and read it on your phone. You can also read it online. Super easy, so you don't have to pay anything for your textbook. Right next to that is a help button. This has my contact information, so if you want to text me, you can. If you want to email me, you can. It also has the help desk information as well as Canvas information. If you ever need to reach out to any of them, there's the information at your fingertips. And then next to that is my office hours button. So if you click that, it tells you when I'm available on campus, when I'm available online. And it also has a link in there, so if you want to meet me online, just click the link and I'll be in there online at the time that I've designated. Or if we even set up a meeting at a different time, you would use that link to meet with me in my Zoom meeting room. So that's the bottom part. And then again, as I mentioned, these top 4 are the different modules. So this is an 8-week class. It's broken into 4 modules, which means each module is 2 weeks long. Each module you will have 2 quizzes, 1 for each week. You'll have 2 homework assignments, 1 for each week. You will have 1 discussion post, and you'll have 1 exam, and that'll be for module number 1, and then you'll move into module number 2, and it'll be exactly the same. So you have 2 weeks to complete all of that work, and I broke it into weeks as well. So when you select module 1, you'll see module 1 week 1, module 1 week 2, etc. And I'll show you that in just a minute. But before I do also want to mention that you do have a menu to the left. However, that menu is only visible when you're in a computer. If you're on a phone or iPad, you don't see that menu. You have to access it differently. So I'll show you how to do that in a minute. But there is a home button right here. So let's just say you're deep into your computer and way into the class somewhere and you don't know how to get back. Just select home. It'll bring you right back to this home screen where you can navigate from. And so that's pretty much it. There's also the textbook, which you can select that to get to the textbook page where you can download it. And that's the cool thing. You can download it, like I said, or you can view it online. The announcements, you definitely want that. Grades, you definitely want that to see where you stand. your modules, so that's a quick way to get to modules, or using the buttons. And then there's some other resources here to help you. There's some Canvas resources and other student tutorial, etc., stuff like that if you need it, and as well as the library. But that pretty much covers the page, except one big, very important one, and that is the Start Here button, and that is getting started in our course. So this is where you're going to want to select first. So I selected that, and that brings you to the welcome page, and there's a little welcome blurb by me. There's also my picture, and there's a bio right here, a link to the bio. So if you want to read about my background and understand where I come from a little bit, you can read that. It's just a couple paragraphs long. This is a fully online class, which means everything is done in Canvas and online, including all the book reading. If you want to, you can request a hard copy from OpenStax, and they will send you one. I think there's a small fee, like $20. It's pretty cheap. I haven't done that yet. I need to get a hard copy of the book. Either way, that's the textbook. That's the online class, and the textbook, again, it's free. You can select this link here. You can select any of the links. They'll all bring you to the textbook. And then here's what I was talking about, navigating the class. So if you're using a tablet or a phone, you don't have this left menu. But if you want to access that left menu, you just need to click the little down arrow in the right corner on your phone or on your tablet, and it'll open up that menu. So that's how you navigate around. All right, then getting started, very simple. You just need to read the syllabus. So the syllabus is linked right here. I also emailed it to you. You can also look at it on the home page. Either way, read the syllabus. Make sure you understand what's required for the course and what assignments we're going to be doing. Next is to watch the welcome video, which you're doing now. And I assume at this point you've already read the syllabus. Then there's the mandatory check-in assignment. You need to do this within the first week of the class in order to remain in the class. So this is your way of saying I attended the first week, and I definitely plan on continuing with the course. You'd be surprised that we always have a handful of students that never log in, even though they've registered for the class. They never log in, and then we end up dropping them. So we will drop you at the end of week 1 if you do not log in and complete this first assignment. And then that's it. You just can get started on Module 1 if you want by clicking Module 1. But before I do that, I just want to show you that down here I've also placed the schedule. So the entire 8-week schedule is visible down here. So you can scroll down and see what you're going to be doing or what you're doing each week and know what assignments are to be required or to be completed. So I'm going to go ahead and select the module number 1 then right here, and that's going to bring me to getting started. And it should bring me to module number 1, and it does. And just so you know, at the top of module number 1 page, there is some Canvas helps. There's also another information about the textbook and how to get to that, and some other resources if you want to utilize them. But if not, you can basically just come down to module 1 and then just start by clicking Introduction. And I recommend that you read the book before you do anything else. So just click Introduction. It's going to open the textbook right here in Canvas, or again, you can select table of contents or whatever. You can go to the website if you want to read it there. Either way, you can read it right here. And as you're reading it, you can either click Next inside the window or Next outside the window. It doesn't matter. It's going to bring you to the next page, the next folder. So that's going to allow you to continue to read. And so ideally, you just click through each section, you read it, and some of them are longer than others, and then you just click Next. And ultimately, what it's going to bring you to is to the coursework. Now, this first week, you have 2 chapters, Chapter 17 and Chapter 1. So I recommend reading both chapters. Chapter 17 is your career in business. It talks about what are some of the jobs you can get if you get a business degree. And then Chapter 1 deals with just business in general, the business environment, etc., some economics, how it all works. So anyway, you can read through that. I'm going to go ahead and just go back to modules here, and I'm going to skip through having to select each section, which is what I was doing. Eventually, you're going to get to the PowerPoint for Chapter 17 and PowerPoint for Chapter 1. And then if you keep clicking, you're going to end up in your coursework. Now, again, you've already done your check-in assignment. And so if you haven't done it, you want to definitely do it now. And then you have your first homework assignment, which is a supply and demand worksheet, which is based off of Chapter 1. And it's kind of like set up like a quiz, but it's not. So you're just going to have to go through and do each one of the sections, and that's your homework. It's up to 12.5 points. That's wrong. It should be 12.5 points. I need to change that. And then your economic systems are here. So you're going to be a quiz on chapters 1 and 17. Chapter 1 is on economic systems. Chapter 17 is on your career and business. So there's 10 questions based off of both of those chapters. And then you're going to be starting your first discussion post. Now, what's a discussion post? A discussion post is you watching a video or reading an article and then answering some questions and making a post with your answers. And then you're also going to be viewing and commenting on other students' posts as they do the same thing. And so it causes a little bit of interaction. And this first one is going to be a video on how businesses or why businesses should serve everyone, not just their shareholders, so other stakeholders. So should a business or is a business responsible for other people other than the people who run their business? And that's the question you're kind of answering. And so it's a really fascinating discussion to have. But that's week number 1. And I think that is pretty much it, other than I need to change the point value of the homework assignment from 10 points to 12.5. But so that's pretty much it for week number 1. If you have any questions or concerns or anything like that, please don't hesitate to reach out to me, and I would be happy to help you. I do have office hours, as I mentioned, so you can meet me in my office hours. We can discuss any problems you're having. You can text me, as I mentioned, or email me, and I will get back to you. I'm usually really good about getting back to students. So I'm going to go ahead. I'll fix that in a minute. I'm going to come back to the home screen. Well, I'm looking forward to a great semester, everybody. And you will see me on video. I do a little video like this every week going over that week's assignments and talking a little bit about the previous week. So be watching for a video from me next week on Monday, as I'll be talking about what you should be doing